The jersey and hat collection video won't be made immediately, but it will happen.
I know this is 16 months late, but better late than never, right? Play the intro. Alright, so my first jersey in the part of the collection is the old Heritage alternate for the Blues. So I got this back in February. I actually had a coupon, I think it was 30% off. So I've had this for only a few months, and this is the new Fanatics jersey. And I know people weren't exactly thrilled when Fanatics got the deal, but I personally think this jersey is pretty good. You can see the old Heritage note, you can see the St. Louis flag in the collar. I don't know if this camera does that pretty well. But yeah, the shoulder dimples are not there anymore because this is not made by Adidas. This is a Fanatics Premium. You see the flag. And this is the old Heritage alternate, is not the new home jersey. There are a few differences, but yeah, that is the old alternate Blues jersey. Next is the Winter Classic jersey. If you may remember, where's the patch? This year's Winter, or I guess last year's Winter Classic didn't have a year, but it's technically the 2025 Winter Classic, even though it didn't have a year. But yeah, a lot of people did not like this jersey. I personally did. I think the Blues and Fanatics did a good job. You can see the old St. Louis word mark inspired by the old design. This is a jersey based off the St. Louis Flyers of the 1930s. You can also see at the bottom there's a tag right here. I don't know if the camera so well, maybe from here, but it has the fleur-de-lis, which is a big symbol in St. Louis. It says NHL Winter Classic. And the collar design, it says St. Louis Blues and has the fleur-de-lis. I don't know if my camera, I'll try zooming in. I don't know if it does it that well, but you can see right there it says St. Louis Blues. And on the shoulder, now here's the thing about this Blue Note. The new rebrand, this is the exact same Blue Note. We got a sneak peek at the Winter Classic. So you can see here, it's got the stripe. There's no stripe on the back. It's got the blue Fanatics flag. And last year's Winter Classic, I think it was really good. A lot of people don't. I disagree. Next is the Blues clown suit jersey, or the 90s jersey, the red stripe. Yeah, Blues fans used to not like this for good reason, mainly because Mike Keenan was the head coach and the roster was decimated. But the Blues have brought back this jersey from time to time. I like it. I like when they wear this on occasion. I've gone to a few games where they've worn it. And yeah, so I don't know if the camera does it well, but when you see the 4 stripes right here, they are not printed like this one right here. They are supplemented. Well, okay, let me correct myself. These 4 stripes are printed. This one is not. This big yellow stripe is actual material, but these 4 right here are supplemented. It is actual printed material because of the stripes. It was technology that was introduced in the 90s, and it was a big game changer. So, but back to it, you can see the old logo with the red stripe and the word St. Louis, the trumpet shoulder patches on both sides. This is an actual Adidas jersey because you might be able to see the dimples, and it has the Adidas logo on the back. I don't get jerseys customized with my name, or at least with other names often, mainly because I just don't want the fear of that player leaves the team and then I just have a jersey with an old player. I'm not that type of person, but yeah, that's the 90s jersey. Next is the 2022 Winter Classic jersey. Now this is a Fanatics breakaway jersey because I don't know what the materials you can tell, but the Blue Note is a more paper material and not the actual, I guess it's not, I don't know what the word I want to say, but the material's different. That's all you need to know. And you can see the Fanatics tag. So if you compare this to the new Blues road jersey, they look very similar, except these stripes right here, the yellow and blue stripes, are a bit more bolden, and the Blue Note's different. This was the Winter Classic in 2022 in Minnesota. This one does not have a Winter Classic patch. I like this also. I like wearing it sometimes. It's different. I would have preferred if they went with the 1968 with the bolder blue stripe, but this is still pretty good. I'm glad the Blues are going back to the Heritage brand full time. Even if it's not the same, I still like this. Here's the 2022-23 Reverse Retro, the yellow jersey. So if you may remember from the collar design, right here, the hanger's covering it, but it says STL 1966. Now, this is based off of a 1966 prototype, which had this design, except it would have been blue and white, and would have had this quarter note and the words St. Louis Blues, but of course, that was never chosen, and we of course got the iconic 64th note. But I feel like the Blues were due for a yellow jersey at some point. A lot of people did not like this. I personally did. I'm glad that they went with the prototype design. You can see the extra stripe right here. This is the only Blues jersey I have that has the Stiefel ad. Not a fan of jersey ads, but it's whatever. And of course the NHL shield is orange and not the old NHL logo. And you look on the back, you can see the Adidas logo, but without the word mark. That was different for the reverse retro. The same old shoulder stripes, just like the Winter Classic from 22. I like this. Sometimes I wear it. It's alright. It's pretty good. But a lot of people do not like it. This jersey is older than me, and that's saying something. You can tell how old it is, because if you look in the collar design, it says CCM, and it has the old NHL logo. I don't know if the camera does it justice. I can try and zoom in. But yeah, it has CCM and the old NHL logo. I want to say this jersey was made before the lockout, or at some point. This was actually, my parents had this jersey before it was, you can see also on the back, CCM. They've had this jersey. They actually had a funny story. One time, they went to a game, I think it was the 05-06 season. They'd gone to McDonald's before, getting dinner, and my mom was wearing this jersey, and she actually slopped Big Mac sauce on it, so it's always a funny story. But don't worry, this jersey was clean. It's always clean. All the jerseys are cleaned. But yeah, this is the, well, if it was before the lockout, I don't know, depending on the year, it would have been the white home jersey, the St. Louis Blues. I debated whether or not to include this one, since this came from a garage sale a few years ago. It's a sweater, not an actual jersey. This was never worn in a game, and this has never been an actual prototype. But I want to include it anyway. You can see it's 47 right there in the collar, and this tag right here. It's a bit of a more vintage design. It's kind of similar to the 22 Winter Classic jersey with the vintage white, blue, and gold. This is a bit more of a faded royal and faded gold. And you can see that old note. The Blues original logo is always complicated. You'll see some people use this note, the other heritage note. It's always confusing. But there's this one, and there's nothing on the back. Same striping as usual. And yeah, it's a nice heritage jersey to wear sometimes, or sweater, but still a nice jersey. Glad I got it at the garage sale a few years ago. This right here is the old Reebok Royal Blue home jersey. The Blues wore this for a little while. You can tell it's the old one, not just with all the Reebok tags, but with the inside the collar it says established 1967. This is before Adidas took over and they put the St. Louis flag in the collar. It's still the same as the old home jersey. You can see the blue, white, gold, and navy blue, the navy blue note. And once again, it's not customized, but it has the Reebok word on the back. Same stripes. Personally, I will remember this jersey as the one the Blues won the cup in, even though they wore Adidas instead of Reebok, but I think it was time for a change. This is the new home alternate. At least for now, I have a feeling a new third jersey's in the works. And yeah. This was a giveaway at a Cardinals game one time. And let me make it a bit... Okay, but this is a Cardinals jersey with the Blues 90s stripe. You can tell the type of material. It's a giveaway jersey. Still pretty cool though. It's got the Blues 90s stripe with the Cardinals word mark with the St. Louis birds. And you can tell this is old because Bally, yeah, they sponsored this giveaway back before we knew they had money issues. But yeah, this was a nice giveaway. I don't wear this as often, mainly because I outgrew this, but it's still nice to have in the collection, and yeah, pretty cool jersey. In case you forgot or didn't know, I just graduated high school, and this was one of the graduation, I don't know how to word this, but I guess items or merchandise they had. So it's a class of 2025 baseball jersey. It's got a cursive font right there. On the back you can see it says seniors and 25, because yeah, I'm officially a high school graduate. I've graduated high school for a few months now. I'm going to college in the fall, but this is a baseball jersey. I wore this a few times, but I think I'll wear it again soon. But it's been so hot, and this is a black jersey, and if you didn't know, wearing dark colors in the hot sun isn't exactly good, but this is still a cool jersey. I'm glad I have this in the collection. It's a nice novelty, non-pro sports related item, and yeah, it's a fun jersey to have in the collection. This is another Reebok jersey. It is the Reebok. This is technically the Winter Classic jersey. I don't know if the camera tells, but this is this gold right here is actually chain stitched. So this was from the Winter Classic, but it doesn't have the Winter Classic patch, as you can see right here. But I did get this one customized. I got the Stanley Cup Champions patch there, and you may notice 67 because that's when I got Penguin Note on the back. Although this was before I even had the channel. This was way before, in like October of 2019. So this was way before I had the channel. Yeah, but this was, I guess the foreshadow to what would become. And here's the view from it from the back. But yeah, that is my St. Louis Blues 2017 Winter Classic alternate / Penguin Note jersey. I haven't worn this jersey in a few years, but this is still an awesome jersey. This is my Toronto Raptors purple Vince Carter jersey. I got this in 6th grade, a few months before they won in 2019. This was an awesome jersey. I would wear this often. It's the only basketball jersey I have in my collection for now. I have a feeling I will expand the collection eventually. But yeah, this is still a nice throwback. I wish the Raptors would go back to this full time. But I like it. It's different, and yeah. The final jersey to go over is my white Kansas City Scouts jersey. This is not an official NHL made. This is from 503 Sports, based in Portland. They do make replicas of jerseys. They're not officially licensed with any pro leagues, but they still do good work. Even the historical details, again, the blue outline, which the Scouts wore in their final season. I like that detail, and you can see the unique stripe right here on the shoulders. And I got it customized also. I got 74. Now, why would I get 74 if I got Penguin Note on the back? Well, 74 is the year the Scouts were founded, and it's kind of an alternate world, what I would have been like if I was based in Kansas City, and if the Scouts still existed, but it's still fun to wear sometimes. Eventually I will get a blue one of the Scouts jersey and maybe get the same thing, but this is still a cool jersey. I love when I wear my Scouts jersey. It's a unique jersey. The conversation started with people who ask, what is this team? What exactly is this supposed to be? It's the Kansas City Scouts, the old Scout statue in Kansas City, which I recently visited when I was in Kansas City for a family vacation. And yeah, I once again wish Kansas City had a team that could bring this jersey back as a throwback. To start the hat collection, this is my 2019 St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup Champions hat. I got this a few weeks after they won the cup, so it says right here 2019 Champions. It was made by Fanatics. See the back, let me put it down right here. It's a trucker hat design with the snapback. It has the Stanley Cup Champions with the old logo. And yeah, I haven't worn this in a little while. Maybe I'll start wearing it more, but yeah, I like this hat. This navy blue Blues hat I got at Rally House at a mall. Funny story, this was actually at a school field trip. We were supposed to go to a yearbook convention at a university, but there was a water main break, so we got redirected to a mall. We were going to have lunch, and then we had the rest of the day to shop around. So I went to Rally House, and I got this navy Blues hat. You can see Fanatics right here. NHL, it's a big hat. I think I'll start wearing this, well, not as much since they rebranded, but it's still a nice hat to wear sometimes. And yeah, this 90s hat I've had since summer of 2021. It's been with me for a little while. And it's the trumpet logo from the 90s alternate. You can see it's a trucker hat design. The snapback hat. Let me set this down, and right here you can see again this is Vintage Hockey brand, and it was made by American Needle. I don't know what anyone's opinions on them are, but this hat is a decent hat. Once again, I haven't worn this one as much. Maybe I might start wearing it again soon. This is my Cardinals hat. It is the navy hat with a red brim. They wear this on Sunday home games. You can see the actual bird on the bat, the red brim. This is a New Era hat, and MLB on the back. I got this at the Cardinals official team store at a game one time because I wanted to get a new Cardinals hat, and I like this hat. It's a good alternate. Just the red hat is a good one too. Maybe someday I'll get a new red Cardinals hat, but for now this is a good hat. This is my St. Louis City hat. As you can see, it's navy. It's got the city shield and it's got the MLS logo right there in city colors. I got this at the time, well, not exactly the stadium gift shop, but the way cities, or well, Energizer Park works is the stadium is located on one side of a street, and then across the street is the actual team store. And I got this hat at the team store, and this is a good way to match when I wear city stuff on match days. I haven't worn this hat in a little while, but maybe once again I'll start rotating hats. And yeah, this is my Toronto Raptors hat. It's a red hat with a white version of their slashed basketball logo. It's a New Era design, and it's a snapback design. I got this at a mall one time, and I've had this for a few years as well, and this is another one of those hats I should probably start wearing more often, mainly because I should rep that I am a Raptors fan even though I live in St. Louis. Of course, when I have a Scouts jersey, I have to match it with a Scouts hat, and I got this at a rally house in Kansas City not recently, but like a year or two ago. And you can see it's got the NHL shield, and this is made by Fanatics. So once again, I got this at a rally house in Kansas City if anyone wants to get one. Or I believe you can get one online, but this is one of my prized possessions, one of my favorite hats. I do like wearing my Scouts hat. And yeah, bring back the Scouts. Only a few months after the Coyotes were shut down and transferred to Utah, I got this hat at a Nashville mall, of all places to get a Coyotes hat. So you can see it's got the Coyote Kachina logo, the head logo, and this was made by Mitchell & Ness. And it's a snapback design. This is a nice hat to wear. I think it definitely can catch some people's attention, seeing a Coyotes hat in St. Louis, but the Kachina logo is still a good logo. I'm glad I have this in my collection, and does Arizona deserve another chance? Maybe. This is my St. Louis Browns hat. It is once again, a New Era design. It is one of the adjustable designs. I think the only one I have. And this was actually a Christmas gift from a few years ago from my dad. And I like wearing this with my Browns gear because I do stand out when I wear brown instead of red. And yeah. This is my Washington Senators hat. You can see the W right there and more, right there. The Washington Senators logo. I got this when I went to Washington D.C. a few months ago, back in January. I got this at the mall. I can't remember what the name of the mall was, but yeah, I got this at the mall. It's another Mitchell & Ness design. It's a trucker style snapback hat. This is a nice hat to wear. I'm glad I found something Washington Senators while I was in D.C. This is my Tampa Bay Devil Rays hat. I love this hat. This is one of my favorite hats to wear. You see it's got the Devil Rays. The Devil Ray, it's a black hat with a purple brim. This was made by New Era. And it's a snapback design. I got this at a local mall. The same mall I got that navy blue blues hat from, but not the same store. I wear this a few times, and I've not exactly gotten a conversation out of it, but it's an interesting hat. I'm glad I got a Devil Rays hat in my collection. So here's a last minute entry. This is my Savannah Bananas hat. I got it at the Bananas game on last Friday. I went with my friend, and I got this Bananas hat at one of the pop-up gift shops, and it's a cool hat. I'm glad I have it in my collection. This is the only stretch fit hat I have, and it does work with my big size because my head's pretty big because I'm smart. But anyway, yeah, this is a cool hat. It's got bananas right here, and it's got their word mark on the back, and that's my Bananas hat. I know it's July, at least the time I'm recording this, it's July, but this is a St. Louis Blues Santa hat. It's got the old Royal and Navy logo. It's got the old word mark. I wear this every December, or at least when I say my rule is, after Thanksgiving, when Christmas music can be played, at least according to me, I get this on, and that's when it's Christmas time. This is a nice novelty hat to wear. I hope they make another version of this with the newer logo, but this is a nice holiday hat to wear around the festive season. This is a St. Louis Blues Heritage beanie. You can tell this is an old one because it's got the patch and it has the Fanatics F. And you look on the back, it has a metallic NHL shield and the word St. Louis in the front, and Blues, and the patch with the blue note and the STL. This is a nice one to wear on old Heritage jersey days. I guess I can still wear this with with my Heritage alternate that I have before I get new ones. But I like wearing this in the cold weather time, and yeah. And to match the Winter Classic jersey from last year, I have the Winter Classic beanie, and you can tell something's different about this because the blue note is gold. I wondered why the blue note was always gold, but I guess this is the exact note they use in the rebrand. It would make sense that they want to hide it. You can see it says St. Louis on both sides and has the Winter Classic logo again, once again with no year. I like this beanie. I really only wear this with the Heritage jersey because it matches the colors. Don't exactly like wearing Heritage hats with blue jerseys, but this is still a nice jersey, or not a jersey, a nice hat to wear once again in the cold weather season. This is a navy blue Blues beanie. This is the official Fanatics, because you can see the Fanatics right here. A shinier metallic shield like on the new jerseys, and the Blues word mark right here. You can see it's navy blue with some royal blue stitching and a gold and navy beanie, and it's got the royal note. I got this at a rally house in St. Louis on a snowy day, actually. Me and my friend braved the cold and went to a new rally house, and I got this new hat, and I will wear it sometimes when it gets colder, and when the Blues don their royal jerseys as their new third jersey. Here's the 2022 Winter Classic beanie. It has the Heritage note, I guess it's the old Heritage note. It's got the word St. Louis on the front and Blues on the back. Once again, Fanatics made. It doesn't have an NHL or Winter Classic shield, which is interesting. It's got cream color, the same yellow blue stripe, and a blue and yellow pom-pom. This was a nice jersey, or a nice beanie to match the Winter Classic jersey that year. Now this striping might look a little funny, and that's because this beanie is technically the reverse retro from the 2021 season. If you may have forgot, that's when the Blues wore red those two games, which fans hated, and for good reason. But this is still based on the 90s stripe, and I'm glad I have this to match the 90s jersey I have. You see it's got the red stripe logo, a blue, red, and yellow pom-pom. And on the back it's got the NHL shield. I believe this is a Fanatics one. I don't see their logo, but I believe this is a Fanatics beanie. It just thundered if you heard that. And this is it's pretty nice. Maybe I might get a new one someday, but for now this is a solid beanie. Before the actual reverse retro jersey came out, one of these leaked online, and this is the beanie, the 2023 reverse retro beanie, that yellow jersey. You can see once again it's the prototype note. I don't know if the camera does this justice, but the word Blues right here is a bit more of a 3D effect when you feel it. And it's got the same jersey striping, a blue and yellow beanie. It's got the Fanatics logo, and on the back it's got the same orange NHL shield. And yeah, this matches with the jersey pretty well. This is one of my first beanies. It is a yellow and blue beanie. It has the St. Louis skyline, the navy note, and the blue and yellow pom-pom. And on the back you can see the Fanatics logo. No NHL shield, but for the longest time this was always my primary beanie. But I don't wear it as much since I had the navy one, but this is still nice. It's symbolic. One of the first beanies I've ever had, and yeah. This was a birthday gift from my grandma a few years ago in that shortened 2021 season. It was February of that year, my birthday. And my grandma got me this St. Louis mixed beanie. You can see it has the old Cardinals logo because the ends are a bit more sharper, but you can see the blue notes and cardinal birds and the word St. Louis front and also on the back. It's got that same repeating pattern. This is actually a really nice beanie. I'm glad my grandma got me this. It's a nice blend of both St. Louis Blues and St. Louis Cardinals, and I'm glad my grandma got me this. This is a St. Louis Battlehawks beanie. It's a pretty old one. You can tell because this is technically the older sword with wings, because the wing and the sword, well, the wings and the sword are not separated like the current logo. It's just the blue and white one, but it's still pretty good. And you can see on the back, this one was made by 47. Right there you can see 47. It's basic blue and white one, but it's still pretty good. I don't think I wear this one I haven't worn this one in years, mainly because I think it might have outgrown me, but still nice to have in the collection, and yeah. When it starts getting colder, I should probably wear this Raptors beanie more often. You can see right there it has the slashed basketball, same as the hat, and it has a rotating pattern with the words. You can see the NBA logo, and it was made by New Era. I've had this for a few years, and this is still, I'm glad I had this Raptors beanie. I should probably wear it more often when it gets colder though. Call me a heathen, but yes, I have a Kansas City Chiefs beanie. This was a gift from my other grandma who lives on south of Kansas City, and my family on my dad's side are big Chiefs fans. They actually live in the Kansas City area, so they give me Chiefs stuff, which I'll wear sometimes. I won't say that I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm a somewhat fan. If I have to root for someone, I'll root for them. I'm not a bandwagon fan. I don't care about Taylor Swift, although I would like her to bring an NHL team back to Kansas City, but still a solid beanie. It's got the Chiefs logo, it's got the word Kansas City and Chiefs. It was made by Fanatics. No NHL shield though, but still a solid beanie, although some people will probably comment and say I'm a Chiefs bandwagon fan, which is fair. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, and share this video with others. If you have ideas, put them in the suggestion box below. I'll see you in the next video.